I just have you on Hey everybody. Hi. How you doing? We're just gonna test out. So Jay, I'm on Instagram now. I think I'm going live, so you can join in. Okay. Hey everyone, this is Dr. Randi B, MD, your board certified pediatrician and financial wellness expert, where I provide your RX to wealth and financial well-being through my coaching programs, my speaking engagements, and my #1 best-selling book, Ladynomics, A Woman's Prescription for Wealth and Financial Well-Being. I have my special guest today, Jay the Trader. So we're streaming on Facebook and Instagram. So let me get Mr. Trader in on Instagram so that everybody can join in. Give us a second. Are you in, Jay?
No, not yet.
Okay. Technical. This is technical things. Okay, guys. I requested you, so.
I'm gonna go out and come back in. Let's see.
Okay. We're gonna try this again because we're trying to stream this on both Instagram and IG. So just hold on real tight.
I just sent the request.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. All right. Okay. So we're on Facebook and we are on Instagram. So this is a special edition of special edition with Dr. Randi with Jay the Trader. So let me introduce my special guest. All right, Mr. Trader, he has no magic powers. He's a guy that got serious about trading. He worked hard and studied the market for countless thousands of hours. The knowledge that he has shared has helped himself and others gain control of their financial life. His market proficiencies include the 30-year bond market and the S&P 500 futures. After working more than the requisite 10,000 hours, he finds comfort in knowing that his hard work isn't in vain, and he finds joy in sharing what he knows about the market. So let me introduce you to Jay the Trader.
What's up? What's up?
Hi, hold on.
Hey, how are you?
Here we go. Here we go. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, is it okay to call you Trey, Mr. Trader? What is it?
It's all right. Whatever you call me is fine. Just making sure my Instagram audience gets situated here. I'm not in my normal space. I'm usually home in my office. But as I told you before, the wife and I, we do a retreat annually, and we're kind of away so that we can kind of regroup and figure things out. So everybody excuse me because, the technical stuff, I'm not in my normal zone.
That's okay. Everybody is just going to appreciate what you have to share. So before you get into the meat of everything, you want to just share a little bit about how you got into this?
Cool. Very cool. Well, what happened with me, I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Musician. I love playing music, singing music. I play piano, play keyboard, love singing. Done it all around town, South Beach and North Beach and Coconut Grove and Miami Gardens and South Miami and any and everywhere in between. And what I realized is, music could never get me to where I felt like I should be financially. It was just true. Beyonce's and Jay-Z's are few and far between. And it's not that other people aren't talented, but it just seems like there's a finite amount of space when it comes down to being able to entertain at a comfortable level financially. So I needed another skill. I needed something that I could use. And I found the bond market. Thank God I did. Found the bond market, start learning, read a whole lot of books, studied a lot, failed a lot, made a lot of mistakes. And I started realizing that there was a good methodology that I had devised for myself. And after doing that, I was able to kind of get myself out of trouble. I was able to purchase a home and purchase a car, and take care of the family and take care of the wife, put the kids in school and stuff like that. So it's been such a blessing to be a trader in my life, because I've been able to use the skill that I have to basically safely enter and exit the market daily, with confidence and comfort.
So I have a 14-year background in investment banking, but I was an accountant. I didn't work on the trading floors. Like I told you yesterday, when they started talking derivatives are like the futures market, that sort of thing. I mean, that stuff just went woo. So I'm going to be learning a lot of stuff as well. So for our beginners, what is like, for our beginners, we have a lot of, I have a lot of followers who, want to get into investing. They keep hearing about day trading and option trade, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, some people they may be at the point where they're like, how do I even open up an account? They may not even are involved in their 401k, product allocation. So for someone who is starting from zero,
right,
we're at kindergarten level, pre-K.
Right.
How would you get them in?
Well, what I like to say is that there is a difference between the things that most people understand. Most people understand investing.
Right.
Investing is to be vested, is to want the best for the instrument that you put your cash in.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. However, trading is a different animal altogether. Trading is not, I care if it goes up, I want to buy low to sell high. Trading is, I know the future direction of the instrument and I can profit either way it goes. Everybody hear me here. This is a good part, and we're already talking about the market, all right? What I love to do and what I tell my students to do is to pair those things, put them together, right? We should trade so that we can make money every day, and we should take those dividends and we should reinvest them into the market for the long term. If we understand the difference between the trading and the investing, between the understanding up or down, and then the being vested and writing things out for the long term, it becomes a more masterful game that we can play. See, what I like to do is I like to explain it to people like this. You want to invest. I liken that to reading an encyclopedia. Like when I was growing up, how all your parents buy you Encyclopedia Britannica, and it was in there. Everybody else, you got the whole thing. Before the internet came out, your parents had to buy you that. So you imagine reading the entire encyclopedia. That is investing. Hear me. That is investing.
Right.
Being able to see the entire picture.
Right.
Trading, to me, is understanding what a letter sounds like. See, what trading teaches you is what buyers and sellers are saying in the market in real time about the value of an instrument.
Okay.
Because if you wish to invest, hey, we get a good company, we put money into it. But when do good companies turn bad? If you don't see the writing, if you can't read the fact that this company is no longer worth my money, you're in a world of trouble. Think about all the people who love Blockbuster. Mm-hmm. Think about people who are in Kodak. Yeah. Think about all these great companies where somehow they fall to the wayside. Right. Well, there's so many people still holding on to those companies saying, well, they'll come right back. I know, I'll just ride it back up.
While they watch their profit just go down.
While the writing, each letter of the market is telling you, brother, you're not going to make this back. You need to let it go. What I like to do is tell students investing is a great second step. First step, understand the conversation between the buyers and sellers. Understand how to look at their opinions in the marketplace and understand how to read those opinions for yourself. That's trading.
All right. Okay. I like that. I understand that. I definitely like when I do my lives. I definitely like for individuals to understand the difference between like trading and investing. There's definitely like a difference. So yes. I know you had a great presentation for us. So I'm going to allow you to do what you do so you could teach us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Randi. And thank you for everybody that's tuning in now. You know, This is what we got to do, guys. Everybody, if you're on Instagram, hit that airplane, share this with your friends.
That's
Come on,
right.
share with 5 people right now. And if you're watching live on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or Periscope, wherever you might be, you have a responsibility. You found out where the gold is. Don't keep it to yourself. Share this, share, because Dr. Randi is doing a fantastic thing. She wants to show you all. She wants to be a bridge, a conduit for your success and wealth. So make sure you share with somebody else. Don't just keep it for yourself.
All right.
Well, all right, let's get to work. I'm going to share my screen because I want to make sure that you all can see what I'm saying. If you're following along on Instagram, you won't be able to see my screen. However, if you followed Dr. Randi, click the link in her bio, you can see exactly what we're doing. I'm going to do my best, to just make sure I explain it, though. So if you're sticking on Instagram, that's cool. You won't miss a thing.
And this will be recorded, so you can listen, you can take notes, and then you can go back to the presentation on my Facebook, and we'll take it from there. All right, so.
Fantastic. Dr. Randi, can you see my screen by any chance?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Here we go. Let's start from the very, very top. And I promise if you give me about 10 minutes of your time, I promise you won't regret it. Is that cool? Can I have just 600 seconds? That's all I need. Just 600 seconds. This is Jay the Trader's Mastery Method. And if you look at the caption, it is how to understand the bond market in 60 days and turn yourself into an ATM machine. I take that very seriously because your job has turned you into an ATM machine. The only reason they pay you $80,000 is because they know that they can make 160 off you. Now, I think that it's about time you turn yourself into an ATM machine. Is that all right? Let's do it. Here's your disclaimer. Folks, I got to do it. It's the legal stuff. We got to talk about it. Futures and Forex trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. Listen to me. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. That's risk capital. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. All right. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Hey, look, if LeBron scored 45 last night, we don't think that he's automatically going to score 46 tonight, right? All right. That means past performance does not indicate or is not indicative of future results. All right. That's the legal stuff. We got to talk about it. All right. So I'll share this with Dr. Randi. Dr. Randi, you can make sure that everyone who's tuned in live tonight, I'll give a special gift to you all. So Dr. Randi will make sure you get it. Make sure you give her your email so she can give it to you. Okay. Today, I'll show you bond market basics. I'll show you the platform I use to trade, how much it costs to get started, my mastery method. And I do mean that. And I'll show you a free high probability trade. Really dope trade. I'll show it to you. You can use it on Monday. So that's what we'll do. A little bit about me. I'm a married guy. I love my wife. She's amazing. I'm a musician, as I told you. Yeah, you see that there. Because of trading, I've been featured in a few publications. Thank God. I appreciate people noticing what I'm doing. And that last picture is the smallest one, but trust me, it's the biggest one on the screen. That's my family, man. I'm a girl dad. That's Sophia and Sydney and Sunday. Those are my babies, and that's my wife, Angelica. That's a little bit about me, okay? So I'm a regular guy, okay? No Rolls Royces, no private jets, just a guy trying to take care of his family, all right? Is that cool? All right, let's get into the charts. I'm going to minimize that window, and I want to show you a chart. This chart is called the ZB. This is the bonds, folks. This is how it goes down. Let me give you a quick tour. Now, every instrument has a nickname. Microsoft, MSFT. You see, everyone has a ticker symbol. For the bonds, it's called the ZB. And you see it says ZB 0321. That's March 21. That's the contract. Now, listen, we're already working. The bonds rotate or they roll over 4 times a year. There's 03, 06, 09, and 12. That's the March contract, the June contract, the September contract, and the December contract. That 21 is just a year. So guess what's going to happen from a year from now? 0322. You're exactly right. You're so smart. I know you're brilliant, man. You with Dr. Randi. I know you was in front of the class. You had your pencil on, right? And it was sharp. You know, you took your notes. Next to that, you see it says 60 minute right about here. That means every candle, as you see it going up and down, it represents 60 minutes of trading in the market. Okay, trust me, it gets interesting. Okay, so don't fall asleep on me now. Don't fall asleep. Okay, here we go. All right. Now look over here. I want you to notice this little section. This is the price of the bonds. The price. Notice how it says 168.10, 168.11, 168.12. Now listen, look at me. No one says I have $1 and 100 pennies. No. They say I have $2. See, a penny is the smallest increment that money can move. And just like a penny inside the market, the smallest increment the market can move is called a tick. Not the one on the dogs on the back of the restaurant alleyway. No, not those kind of ticks. Just a little tick. Okay, you understand? So to go from 168.13 to 168.14 is a tick. Now there are 32 ticks per point in the bonds. Those ticks are valued. Here's the good part. $31.25 per tick. Now, I know that doesn't sound like much. You're like, $31, who cares, Jay? But in the market, there is no instrument valued higher per tick. Not the S&P, not the NASDAQ, not the Dow, not the Russell, nothing. This is where you come get your value per tick, right here in this market, the highest value one. I love the bonds. Not only that, there are 32 ticks per point. So to go from 168 to 169, you have to go 32 little increments, 32 little ticks, 168.00, 168.01, 168.02, 03, 04, and so on and so on. But let me show you what happens. You get right up here, 168.28, 168.29, 168.30, 168.31. But no one says 168.32. No, we don't say 168.32. We just say 169. Do you understand? That's how we count the bonds. And we know the value of the bonds. I know what you're thinking. Jay, what is this platform? What is this stuff? This is called Ninja Trader. It is my preferred platform for trading the futures. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at the futures market. And I don't want you to be concerned about this. This is something you know how to do. Trust me, I'll prove it to you in about 2 minutes. I tell you, I probably got like another, 400 seconds? All right, stick with me now. Trust me, it's going to be all right. Down here at the bottom, if you look down here, this is just simply time. Look right here. See, it says 119, 120, 121. That's just January 19th. So now you have a tour of the bonds. You know what we're looking at when we're looking at a chart. Okay, does everybody nod your head? We're okay? All right, we're feeling good. All right, what about you guys? We're feeling good over here on YouTube? You guys okay? Okay, cool. Now look, let's get to work. Now that we kind of have a tour, let me tell you about something. I want to teach you something. Listen. Trading is something every kid knows how to do. When you got to kindergarten, first grade, for me it was Frank C. Martin Elementary School, but whatever your school was, you got to the lunchroom and your mother had packed you a beautiful lunch. Yes, she did. It was nutritious, delicious, ready for your consumption. You opened that lunch at lunchtime and it looked great. Your friends saw it. They looked at your lunch as well. And guess what? Their lunch looked pretty good too. And if we could eavesdrop into the lunchrooms of America throughout time, we would hear something very, very special. Hey, Johnny, what'd your mom make you? My mom made me peanut butter and jelly. Hey, Tom, what about you? What'd your mom make you? My mom made me salami. Hey, Johnny, I'll trade you. Welcome to the game. Every kindergartner in the world knows the game because the game is this. The conversation is simple. It is the buyers and the sellers. It is two people participating, and what they are saying to one another is this: I'll buy that from you or not, or I'll sell that to you or not. And because this conversation goes on nonstop, up and down, the market goes. Candles become printed. Buyers believe that the market will rise. They're also called bulls, and they believe it will rise, and they make their money as such. Hey, bears or sellers believe the market will fall, and they make their money as it goes down. And traders are just two people trying to esteem value. You don't believe me? I can see you're like, I kind of get it, Jay, but I don't really believe that. Okay, well, we're just going to say this is the financial market, but you know another market, man. There's the real estate market. You have the car market. What about maybe about the grocery market? You can go to the supermarket. There you are in this market. You walk inside. Oh man, you're going to make spaghetti tonight. There are so many sections. There's a pharmacy and the deli and produce and meats. Oh man, look at all the different the bakery. Look at all the sections. And but you know what you came for. You came for spaghetti. So there you go. You go pick up a bag of salad, of course. You know, if you're like me, you probably get a little bit of bread. You know, you probably pick up your sauce, you pick up your noodles, maybe whatever protein you might put into your spaghetti, and you're going to check out. You have to conveyor belt. The gentleman says, hey, did you find everything you like? You say, yeah, I found everything I like. This is my Publix. I know where everything is. It's great. So there you are checking out, and you remember something. Oh my goodness. I need to grab gum. I don't have gum for the house and I don't have gum for the car. So you reach behind you. You're going to go grab the gum. And when you reach back, you realize that gum that was $1.29 yesterday, yeah, that gum, the $1.29 gum, is $5,000. The question is, do you buy the gum? I know what you're thinking, $5,000 gum? No, I don't buy the gum. Well, let me tell you, why didn't you buy? Because it's too high to buy. I told you you were a trader. You're a trader. You can estimate value. You can determine whether something is good for the rising or good for the fall. Whenever you looked at a house, when you wanted to purchase it, you said, I love that home, but it's in a bad neighborhood. The value is not going to hold. Oh, you said, man, I love that place. That's a steal. That's a great place to buy right now. I got this at a great price. You felt good about the purchase because you knew that the value of the asset would rise. See, I told you, you've always been a trader. It's just now we have to apply it to this thing called the ZB, the bond market. Now, the bond market goes like this. I'm the United States of America. I need some money. I want to raise some money. Hey, I get my investors to pay me some money, and I promise to pay them back in time. The first bond was found in ancient Mesopotamia. It's an ancient concept because stocks is how companies work. You give me some money, I give you some ownership. But you can't own Florida. You can't own Dade County. You can't own the United States of America. So municipalities, they can't use stock programs. They need bond programs. Give me money, I promise to pay you back. And that creates a market for us, a market that we can esteem value to, a market that we can estimate the value of, and a market that we can make a ton of money from. Now, listen to me. I'm about to teach you the mastery method. Are you with me? I probably have like another maybe 200 seconds. Look, you have stochastics. That's a method of trading. You have Fibonacci, his retracements and extensions. You have his Ichimoku. You have Ichimoku and his dragons. You have Heikin-Ashi and his candles. You have volume. You have volume profiling. You have volume balancing. You have momentum trading. You have candlestick patterns. You have all of these things. And guess what? Jay read the books. Jay read the books. I read them. You know what I'm saying? It took me a little while. It was hard, but I read them. And I get it. Good methodologies, nothing against them. But I felt like there should be a simpler way. Albert Einstein was quoted saying that anybody can make something difficult. It takes a genius to make it simple. And I said, I want to be a genius. So I looked at those methodologies. I looked at them over and over again. And then I was inspired by a guy. His name is Bruce Lee. Come on, y'all. You know Bruce Lee. Come on, you know Bruce. Come on, you know what you got to do. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Come on, you got to do. Come on, do it for Bruce once. Woo! Come on, where my Bruce Lee fans? Come on, I know. Okay, now look, this is what Bruce did. Bruce said he created the Tao of Jeet Kune Do after studying American boxing and Chinese boxing and karate and judo and jujitsu and all of these forms of combat. He realized that he would keep the good and leave the bad from the methodologies. So I was inspired by those two guys, and I was inspired to study all of those different trading styles and methodologies, pennants and teacups and double tops and double bottoms and butterflies and so forth and so on. And I realized that I really only have 3 questions to answer each and every day. Yeah, just three. If I wanted to be a profitable trader, I just had three questions, just three. Those three questions are this: where are the buyers? Where are they? Where are the sellers? Where are they? And who's going to win? Who's going to get the victory today? If I could answer those questions, I didn't have to study Elliott waves. I didn't have to study all that stuff. I just need to know where the people are. Where are their opinions in the market? And how can I be a part of it? It's with that in mind that I want to show you something that's magical. Magical, magical. And this is, I mean, we're on the runway now. I mean, we're taxiing into the landing at this point. Trust me, guys, it's over. I want you all to realize that the market goes up and down and up and down and up and down it goes. As you can see, wow, up and down it goes. Just traveling and rolling along. But I want you to understand that your job is to be a detective in the market. You're supposed to find people. Who do you got to find? Well, you got to find the buyers and you sellers. That's your job. I think I found some sellers. Can we all agree that when the market reached a certain point, now I'm going to point out that when it reached this point, can we all agree that it went down? I mean, the market came up to this point. Geez, I mean, look at it. It came from up here, then down and kind of sideways and down a little further. I mean, it traveled all around and a really big drop there. Did everybody? Oh, wow, what a big, and another big drop, a quick little short climb. And then, wow, it kind of reached up to here and then vehemently somebody took it down. Can we all see that? Nod your head if you see that. Can you see that? So can we say this? Can we say sellers stepped into the market? I'm going to make a very, very bright line for you all. I'm going to make a line and I'm going to tell you that I'm going to teach you a trade. I told you I would teach you a high probability trade, didn't I? And I'm a man of my word. I believe I should keep it for you. Here's a high probability trade. Now, I told you about my mastery method. I told you that I'm on Ninja Trader. I told you that to do this is very, very affordable. Now, check this out. We found some sellers. Have we found them? When the market went up there, it came down. Guess what? We just have to do what Neo knows how to do. This is my favorite part because this is the part that changes lives. Hey, check it out. So all you have to do is what Neo does. Neo sees his aunt arguing with what would be his uncle, and she's kicking him out, right? And Neo's aunt says something so amazing. Neo said, don't grab my stuff. Your stuff is in that box to the left. Go get that. Neo says, I got to go to the studio. He immediately says, to the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left, right? So he says, I love the record, but I can't do it. I got to give it to my girl B. So B from Houston, you know what she did. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. To the left. Come on, you know the record, man. The record was a worldwide smash. Everybody was saying to the left. Come on. The preachers were saying to the left. Politicians were saying you can get to the left. Everybody was talking about to the left. Lord Jesus. You know, you couldn't do your lady wrong that season because I'm telling you, she'll tell you, quick, fast, to the left, to the left. But let me tell you about the market. That's where we get our most valuable information from. We get it from the left. We have to look left because in looking left, we let the past inform the present so that we can predict the future with confidence and comfort. That is the job of a trader. We look left. What has happened? So that when we live in this present moment, we can make a good assumption, a good probabilistic feeling about what will happen, what has a good probability of happening. That is what we can do. Our job is to find the buyers, to find the sellers, and to know who's going to win. I know at this green line, there are sellers. Not only are there sellers, but they are vehement, they are strong. I say to myself, if those sellers come back, I'm going to join them. I'm going to sell myself. Let us see if they return. I'm going to go timing along. Now, this is a real trade I took. This is December 6th. It was a tough time in my life, but of course, I took the trade. Can we all agree that this most recent candle touched our green line? Shake your head if you saw that it touched. Shake your head. Yes, it touched. Yes, it did. Look, there's the green line. The green line, I told you about prices. It's at 173.15. 173.15. I said if it comes back to my green line, I am going to click sell and become a seller. Now, sellers make their money as the market falls. They are also called bears, and their bias is to the downside. The value of the asset should drop. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jay. It's so terrible to make money when the value of the assets drop, but you do it every day in your life. Yes, you do. Who buys a jacket in the summer? The value of the asset drops. We don't need jackets in the summer. Who buys bathing suits in the winter? The value of the asset drops. We don't need those in the winter. It's tough. My grandma always used to tell me, now shout out to Sally Sweeten. Sally used to say, you buy your bathing suits in the wintertime when they cheap. Because everybody know you need them in the summertime, and you buy your coats in the summer when they cheap because everybody's going to need them in the winter. Because the value of the asset can change depending on the market's conditions. And you know, as a trader, that the value of the asset at 173.15 should fall because you know how to look to the left, hey, to the left, to the left. You know how to look left. You know how to let the past inform the present so that we can predict the future. And what you did at 173.15 is that you sold the market. It wasn't rocket science. You clicked the button and you said sell. And as you can see, just as surely as I am Jason, sitting in front of you, the market dropped. I know what you're thinking, Jay. That's crazy, but what does that mean to my bank account? Well, I taught you that $31.25 was the value of every tick, didn't I? I told you that we got in at 173.15, didn't I? Let's just say we didn't catch the whole move. Let's just say we only got it to 173.05. You didn't catch the whole thing, man. You only caught it from 173.15 to 173.05. 15 minus 5 is 10. That's 10 ticks in the market. That's all you got. You didn't get the whole move. Just 173.15 to 173.05. A measly, paltry 10 ticks. Well, those 10 ticks are valued at $31.25 in the bonds. So $31.25 times 10. Can somebody tell me what the answer is? What is $31.25 times 10? Come on, Jason. I know your mama sent you.
$12.50.
Is it $312.50?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, what it is. It's $312.50. Now, this is where the magic happens. And I'm going to turn off my screen share now. Now I want you to see my face. Look at my face now. That is per contract. In this game that we call the futures, we trade these things called contracts. Now, Ninja Trader Brokerage, my preferred brokerage, charges $500 per contract, which means if you want to be a one contract trader, your account balance needs to be $500. And if you want to be a 10 contract trader, your account balance needs to be $5,000 because that's 500 times 10. Are we together? If we're together, nod your head. I love it. Now look, we took that trade by looking left, letting the past inform the present, and singing a popular song. It is a high probability trade because we found sellers in the market. That's a part of the mastery method. We know that with one contract, this trade going from 173.15 to 173.05 would afford us 10 ticks. At 10 ticks, $31.25 per tick, we have $312.50. But imagine now if you took that trade with two contracts, maybe 3, maybe 10. My students and I, we trade with multiple contracts. That trade for me, I am a 3-contract trader. Jason likes to trade 3 contracts at a time. I'm not a 10, I'm not a 20, I'm not a 50-contract trader. In fact, I don't do it like that. I like to trade 3. But with 3 contracts, $312.50 is $937.50. Oh yeah, I was in the front of class. My pen was sharp too. I can multiply, especially when it comes to this bread. Look at what's possible. Simply by looking left, letting the past inform the present, becoming a detective in the market, answering the 3 questions. Where are the buyers? Where are the sellers? Who's going to win? Simply by bringing all of that market knowledge together, understanding that your job is to join the team that will win, because as you know, we can make money whether the market rises or falls. We are traders and not investors. We can make money each and every day. We can look for high probability trading scenarios with positive risk to reward ratios. We can keep a healthy bank account balance, a healthy brokerage account balance. We can make the money that we desire. That is Jay the Trader's mastery method. That is what's possible each and every day. Thank you for giving me 600 seconds. I know what you're thinking, Jay. You took another couple hundred. I know I took a couple hundred. You know, you give me 600, I'm gonna ask for 300 more. But I hope that you feel like your time wasn't wasted. Did you get something out of it? Is all right? Thank you so much for giving me your time. And thank you, Dr. Randi, so much for this opportunity to teach your wonderful community.
That was fantastic. That was real. I mean, that was really, really good. I mean, it's so simplified, and so that's great. So I'm going to open up the floor, and I apologize if there's feedback on IG. I'm still trying to figure this out. I just learned how to do this 2 days ago. So next time it'll be better. I promise. But if you have questions, just post them in the thread, and I will, Mr. Trader, Jay the Trader will answer them.
I want to make sure that I give a big shout out to Dr. Renee Matthews. Ask Dr. Renee. I see you out there, Doc. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you in the comment section, and also for connecting me with Dr. Randi. She's so wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Renee. Just want to put that out there. Malcolm Phillips, I see you. Thank you. You're very, very welcome, sir. You're very welcome, Malcolm Phillips.
So someone on, okay, let me look at the questions on IG. So someone said, excuse me 1 second. Someone posted that, that 10 contra is super achievable, or 10 ticks is super achievable.
Yes,
so obviously this is someone who's already in the game. Everyone watching, please don't be afraid to start your journey playing, trading with futures. That's what another comment.
Of course.
What else? Got a thumbs up. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Any questions? Oh, so Malcolm Phillips wants to know, how do you determine entry, stop, and losses?
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Malcolm, I appreciate that question. See, most people determine entry, stop, and loss arbitrarily, and that's not the way to do it. No. You sell when you should. You buy when you should. You keep your stops tight. Everybody, listen to what he's talking about. He's talking about the anatomy of what we call a good trade, a healthy trade. If you put in a trade, it shouldn't just be an entry. We should have, every trade has 3 parts in order to be healthy. You have an entry, that's where you get into the market. You have a stop. A stop is where I get out typically for a loss. If the market goes to this place, my opinion about what the market should do is wrong. That's a stop. And you have a target. That's the third part of a very healthy trade. A target is, where will the market go if I'm right? If I'm right, I believe the market will go to this place. It is a target. You understand? Okay, now listen. Targets, stops, and entries. 3 parts of a trade. You determine them by the trade themselves. The trade opportunity or the trade setup dictates the move. Listen to me well. The candles will print. Let me go back to my last scenario. I'm going to share my screen one more time, Doc. Just let me know if you can't see my screen, Malcolm. I want to show you what it is I'm talking about. All right. I hope that you can see my screen. Let's go back to this. Okay. So here we are looking at the market, and I was telling you about this. Well, what did the sellers accomplish last time? The sellers from this level, 173.15, have determined that they are willing to push all the way down. Let me get rid of this one, and I'll get a new one. Let me show you what I'm looking at. 173.15's pushed all the way down here to 171.05. That is the potential of the traders in the past. Now, I teach trading setups and scenarios. I teach my traders how to look at the market and devise why, how, and where the market should move, stop, and start. The trading scenario that we entered into this time had a specific set of market conditions. Let us look at them. You have buyers pushing up to this level and sellers returning price and opinion. This trade determination on entry was very clear by my example. We enter where the sellers entered before. Well, where's your stop? Well, where is a healthy stop? What I like to use in the bonds is a 4-tick stop. I like to use a 4-tick stop, and I like to automate my stop to break even after 4 ticks of profit. Hear me out. Now, this is kind of getting everybody, but what I like to do is make sure that my trade becomes riskless after 4 ticks. Understand? Now, moving right along, what you can see is a setup here. That's why you have this quick pause at 172.30, and then why you see the market roll into the next level. Okay? The trade itself, the market itself dictates where the target is. The market does, not you. The trader cannot tell the market what to do. The trader's job is to realize what has a high probability of occurring, how buyers and sellers communicate with one another. And what we do is stand profitably between the buyers and seller communication, understanding where they will and will not go from a probability perspective. I hope that answers your question. What we do, we don't determine where to go. There's no magic in an ATM, not one bit of magic. The magic is in your ability to see where the buyers and sellers are, and to cognitively be able to understand the probability of them reaching their target. Okay? Very, very important stuff. That's a very good question, Mal. Very good question. Well, I teach my traders to trade all the time. Malcolm, as you might or might not know, I'm honored to lead a group of traders that trade the bonds. We call ourselves the bond bullies. And the bullies, we are everywhere. We are black and we are white. We are man and woman. We are Democrat and we are Republican. We are Jew and Gentile, Protestant and Catholic, Muslim. We are East Coast and West Coast, from up north and down south. You understand? We from the 6. It's folks out in the UK, South Africa, North Africa. You got Asia. I have students all over the world. My job is not to relegate them, however, to only being able to be profitable during one specific time of day. That's terrible, because my morning is another one of my students' night. What I have to teach them is strategies that work no matter what time of day it is. Hear me. There is no such thing in my book as the best time to trade. Now, I know this goes against what a lot of people think. Is there volume in the morning? You should trade the pre-market. You should trade the close. You should trade the London session. What about the Asian session? You should trade when you have some time. My students are 9-to-5ers. They're white collar, blue collar, no collar. They're 9-to-5ers. How do I tell my student that the only time they can trade is when they're at work? Absolutely not. Hey, when you get off work, take a rest for a second, maybe stretch your toes a little bit, and then open up the charts. And if it's 7 o'clock and you see your trade, take it. If it's 10 o'clock at night and you see your trade, take it. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you see your trade, take it. Hey, if it's lunchtime, you're at your job, you're on lunch, but you see your trade, take it. Because there is no such thing as a bad time to get into a good trade. Thank you for the question, Mark. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you can make money anytime, obviously.
All day long.
That's all great. Day long. Any other questions? So, Jay, you have anything else you want to share?
Well, what I want to do is just say thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to, first of all, thank Dr. Renee. I appreciate you so much for introducing me to this wonderful woman, Dr. Randi. Thank you for introducing me to her. She's a jewel. And I want to say thank you to Dr. Randi as well For you to open up your doors, open up your screen to your community, for me, is amazing, because it's taken a while for people to trust you, and you gain their trust by giving them value. And then for you to just hand me the keys to the car, so to speak. I really appreciate you letting me take it for a spin. It's a fantastic vehicle. This community is second to none. Second to none. Lastly, I'd like to thank each and every last one of you that have taken the time. Man, look, you could be anywhere. It's Friday night, man. You could be doing anything. Man, trust me, you got a pocket full of money. You're young, you look good. Man, you could be out watching a show. You could be doing anything, but you decided to hang out with me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it so much. Now, I want to give you one last gift. Can I give you a gift? Type a Y in the chat box and say yes if I can give you a gift. Can I give you a gift? That gift goes like this. Jamie Foxx was blazing hot at this time in his career. Jamie Foxx has got a Grammy with Ray. Got an Oscar with Ray. He's got Kanye records out. Hot as fish grease. Oh my God, he's blazing hot. Quincy Jones says to Jamie, "Hey man, Sydney wants to meet you. Sydney." And Sydney is royalty in LA. God, guess who's coming to dinner? The man is a legend. So off Jamie Foxx goes to this party so that he can meet Sidney Poitier. And he arrives. Quincy Jones is so excited. "Jamie, you made it. Come on in." So Jamie Foxx walks up, and there Sidney is, and he's turned around. So he taps him, and gets his attention. And Sidney turns to him, and he says, "Oh, Jamie, I've been dying to meet you. It's a pleasure." You know how Sidney talks. He's so smooth. He's got that accent. "I've been dying to meet you. It's such a pleasure to meet you. I wanted to give you a gift." And he says, "This gift is the gift of responsibility." Responsibility. That's what he says. Now imagine Jamie Foxx is hot as fish grease. His name is being spoken about in every room in the world, not in America, in the world. This guy's a triple threat: singing, comedy, acting. He's everywhere. He's cooking with Martha Stewart. He's high-fiving Oprah. He's late night with Conan. This guy is hot. He's blazing hot. And the gift that Sydney wants to give him is responsibility. Jamie Foxx explained that was the best gift he could have ever gotten, because the responsibility that we have is that no matter where we are, whatever room we get to, whatever doors we're able to knock down, our responsibility is to the people who have yet to find them. Listen to me well, and I mean it with all my heart, more than any trade, more than anything else. Your job, you've been in this room, you've seen it. You on Facebook, and you on YouTube and Twitch and Periscope, and you on Instagram, you've seen this. Do not let this be the last time you speak about it. Man, if you watch a good movie, you tell somebody. If you go to a great restaurant, you tell somebody. Hey, if there's a sale on sneakers, you tell somebody. Man, look at what you have seen tonight. Look at what Dr. Randi has put before you. Your responsibility to yourself, to your family, to your community is to share. Oftentimes I say hit the airplane. Oftentimes we say share this live, and you haphazardly, if at all, share it. Shame on you if you do. Shame on you if you do not share this, because it is not when we die how much money they will recount. It is how valuable our lives have been to those around us. And the least you can do, if you can't get there yourself, is point the way for someone else. That's the very least you can do. I want to honor everybody and thank everybody for being able to be here. Much love to you all.
So how can they find you, Jay the Trader? Oh
man, you can reach me by way. You can reach me any kind of way. You can find me on Instagram at J_the_trader, on YouTube at Jay the Trader. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Google. Visit tradelikej.com. Visit I am Jay the Trader. Just reach out. I'm right here. Dr. Renee is great, and she got me with Dr. Randi. And Dr. Randi probably has my details or something like that in a caption. You can always call me, because more than anything, I'm not just some coach that's in some high perch that doesn't want to be reached out, doesn't want to touch, doesn't want to talk to anybody. I read this book one time and it says smells like sheep. You can't find a shepherd that doesn't smell like sheep. If you find a shepherd that doesn't smell like sheep, he hasn't been doing his job. I believe that my job is to be accessible so that you can see this opportunity is real, very real. So reach me any kind of way. I'm all around.
All right. So I just put Data Trader's website in the chat. Also, I'm going to give you a special gift. If you, I will send you just link up this website, 411 on financial security. You will get a free download ebook from me at 411 on financialsecurity.com. I'm going to put it in the chat, okay? And that's my free gift to you. And of course, my vision is not that great, so let's see if this works. Yeah, it works. Okay, so thank you, Data Trader. This was fantastic. Oh my God, I can see your artistic, how you blend it all in. Like I'm a doctor, I'm a pediatrician, but my former background is, investment banking accounting. So you managed to build, merge your artistic with, finance. I am building financial wealth because our desire is to help others reach their goal. We don't want to be in the back. You can get that bottom line up. You can help your family. You can help your friends. You can help the people that you care about. You can take care of yourself. So that's why all of this is so important. So definitely download my free ebook. Check out Data Trader's website, and just continue to follow me on all Instagram. So I am Dr. Randi B, MD, your board certified pediatrician and financial wellness expert, where I provide your RX to wealth, to financial well-being through my coaching programs, my speaking engagements, and my #1 best-selling book, Ladynomics, A Woman's Prescription for Wealth and Financial Well-Being. You can follow me on all social media at Dr. Randi B, MD. And, you could, my website, drrandibmd.com. I am a coach, a financial coach. So I can help you in all those areas and link you to phenomenal people like Data Trader. So, Jay, 2 quick questions that popped up. Kurt Carter said, what makes bonds more advantageous to trade than stock commodity?
They pay better. They move more calmly. They're more insulated against fundamental behaviors. And because of that, I find them to be a more technically savvy place to place trades. You don't have to worry about a tweet throwing off your investment. You don't have to worry about one man's sickness, one woman's sickness, one corporate culture problem affecting the way that your valuation happens. This is the bonds. It's where the big boys play.
And one more question. What books and or resources do you recommend besides your coaching program?
I appreciate that.
You're a great teacher. I appreciate you, Bill. Thanks, Malcolm Phillips.
Well, Malcolm, I appreciate the question. I love this book. It's an audio book. You can find it or you can read it if you like. It's called Trading in the Zone. Trading in the Zone. If you go to YouTube, type that in, you can find Trading in the Zone. It is my trading Bible. I love it. It's one of the best things ever written when it comes down to understanding how to be a successful trader.
I think I'm just putting in the websites in Instagram.
Oh, no problem. Take your time.
All right, guys, I think that's it. So make sure you stay connected so you can find out who my next guest will be. This is the start of my speaker series for 2021, and I'm so excited. Okay. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
See you later.